up, you guys? It's your girl CASwCOY back on this channel with another video. If you don't read that title, then you already know what today's video is going to be about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't already, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. Today we're going to be doing something different on this channel and we're going to be doing a challenge by Aliengirl on Tumblr. It's called Let's Make a Sim based on your choices and I'm really excited to get into this with you guys. So if you can see on the screen, you have several categories with different random selections, and whichever one you pick will be the sim feature that you will have to use. So to make this a little bit easier for me and for the video, I just went on Google and typed in wheel randomizer in the first link and then just started putting in all the number options since I couldn't really do the pictures correctly, and we're going to be doing it like that. So now that you know the rules, we're just going to hop into the very first one, which is body features. So with these icons, we have cats. Hopefully I can remember the order of which I wanted to count, but I think I did the top row and then the bottom row, including the side cat. You guys can kind of see how my mouse moves throughout that whole little process. But now we're just going to click the wheel and see which number that we get to decide which cat we'll be doing. And I got number 5, so we're just going to head right back to the Tumblr page and select the number 5 cat. So once we go back to the Tumblr page and choose the cat that associates with the number 5, I picked the gray cat, and that is dark and cold skin color. I wasn't really sure what dark and cold meant, but I'm just gonna assume that means she's like dark skin or like brown skin. But to keep track of all of my selections, I pull up my notes app and type in all of the things that I need to so I don't forget. So now we're going to move on to the second category, which is still in body features, but it's for body details. And we're just going to spin the wheel to see which one we'll get. These challenges are always the most fun to play around with because I really get to use my creativity. But number one won, so we're just going to go back and see which one matches with the first selection, which is alien markings. So I'm just going to write it back down in my notes to make sure I don't forget again. So for the last few, I'm just going to speed through them since we already got a mojo going. We already know the rules and basically how this works. So for the face feature, for the specific face feature, I got big round eyes. For eye color, I believe I got blue. For hair length and texture, I got long afro, which I wasn't really sure how to pull off a long afro because all the afros I've ever seen are like big and poofy and kind of short, but we'll figure it out. For hair color, there was a twist. If we got a monster with 2 eyes, we had to pick a second color. If we got a monster with 3 eyes, we had to pick 2 to 3 colors. So I had to pick a second color, which were red and pink. So I wasn't really sure how I was going to pull that off either. And for aesthetic, I believe I got goth, which was really interesting to play around with because I don't really have that many black goth sims in my game. For jewelry and accessories, I got a hat, which was really interesting because I don't really play around with the hats in my game. So let's see how I can utilize that. So that's pretty much all the selections for the challenge. Let's go in game and put all of these selections to use. If you use this challenge on any type of platform, please make sure you tag and hashtag Aliengirl on Tumblr. So since we're starting off with a regular townie sim, I like to strip it of all the hair, accessories, and makeup. And I went back to check and see what skin color I was doing, and it's dark and cold, so I figured like dark skin or like brown skin. I have a bunch of POC skin tones and skin details in my game, but it was so hard for me to find a skin color that I thought was dark and cold. I was so close to googling what skin tone is dark and cold, but I just ended up winging it and using my creative abilities. So y'all are literally gonna watch me go through a bunch of different skin colors and see which ones I find that match or resonate with dark and cold for me. If you guys want to comment and describe to me what dark and cold means to you as far as skin tone, and I would love to see if I have that skin tone in my game and make a sim based on your comment. Ended up using this skin tone from Trill Queen Sims, which is in between a dark skin and light skin for me. Now for body details, I'm not gonna lie, I did have to look up what the hell alien markings were because I have not used those in my game at all whatsoever. So of course I did figure out what they were, and I wasn't even really sure where where to find them at. And with using custom content skins, sometimes it's hard for certain skin details to show through. So I kind of just went through and played with a lot of the face paint features, hoping that it will be a alien marking in some way. I even tried to like adjust my filters to see if I can find something that was alien-like. I ended up settling for these like face painted stars and moons because I wasn't really sure what the hell I was doing at that point. So I just said forget it, let's move on to the second face feature, which was big round eyes, which I already love to give my Sims already, so this wasn't really much of a challenge for me. So the next feature that I have is going to be the eye color, which is blue, which meant the eyebrows were up to my creative freedom, which I love because eyebrows can make or break a face quick. So I wanted to go with like a natural looking blue eye. Even though she literally is going to have alien markings on her face, I kind of wanted to go with something natural and not too bold for the eye. So I ended up going with this mix of like blue, purple, and gray for the eye color. So next, y'all know the hair type and texture is a long afro, which like I said earlier, I'm not really sure I'm gonna pull that off. And also I have to make the hair color red and pink, which is going to be very difficult for me because a lot of the POC hairstyles that I have are not two-toned, especially like the afro or really curly textures. So I kind of broke it down with first what hairstyles would I consider an afro, and then what colorway options do they have. So I picked the prettiest afro that I saw on the selections, and then I just start working on the face to give my mind a break from how I'm going to pull off the color. So obviously she is black, so I give her all the black features that I can think of: big lips, a broader, wider nose, and she is going to be goth, so I'm going to try to keep like a mean look or a dark look on her face. Once I'm satisfied with her face shape, now I go into the hair color options that I talked about earlier, and I am very disappointed. A lot of the hair colors, like I said, are not two-toned. So if they do have pink and red, they aren't able to be mixed together. The only hairstyles that I'm really familiar with that I have in my game that are two-toned are the non-POC friendly hairstyles. And also I still try to keep like the long afro look. So this afro is about the best that I could do. And I chose a color that framed her face the best along with her skin tone. I did remove her hair for a second to shape her eyebrows. Recently with the goth look, I've been seeing a lot of like thin, really pointy arched eyebrows, so I wanted to try that on her. It took me a while to get it to my liking, but overall I think it looks really cute. So now we're getting deep into the aesthetic and I'm choosing her makeup. Outside of the video, I did a lot of Pinterest searching for goth style makeup, and I seen a lot of like dramatic eyeliner and some blush along with like dark lipsticks or glosses. I did come back and change her lip shape a little bit because I didn't like the way it looked at first, and also it didn't blend well with a lot of the lipsticks or lip colors that I was trying to choose. I also did come back and tweak her eyebrow shape a little bit to blend well with the eyeliners that I chose. If you have any critique on the makeup drop that I did, please comment down below because I definitely want to make more goth sims in my game. The best part of this challenge was definitely using a lot of different makeup and clothing styles that I don't normally do on a day-to-day basis with my other sims. So now we're moving into accessories. I really did want to give her some like cute lashes, but not too dramatic. Once I finished with like her face accessories and everything like that, I just put her hair back on to see how it all tied together. And as you guys remember, my accessory pick was a hat. And as you can see, I cannot put any of the hats that I have in my game on this afro. I just think from the creator and the size of the hair, none of the hats really blend well or fit with this. So I think we're just gonna have to scrap the hat idea, which is totally fine because she looks really good without one. I did totally forget that she needed the alien marking, so I did go back and add those, which got rid of the skin detail of her eyes. I'm gonna like manually go back and try to see if I can find a similar or the exact eye color that I chose. If you can remember the like purplish gray color that I chose before, the color that I started with today is not the color that I started off with earlier in the video. But regardless, it's a really cute eye color, so I stuck with it. So I go in with a lot of like piercings and stuff like that to really tie together the goth look. Again, I normally don't use these type of piercings or anything like that on my everyday sim, so it was really nice to play around with all the different things that I have in my game, especially stuff that I don't even remember downloading. If you guys have any challenges you want me to try out, please comment them down below because I definitely want to make a series out of some challenges, because again, this was really fun to play around with and test my creativity skills. So now we're going in with the clothing, and I really wanted to try something different just like I have been this entire video. I did again go on Pinterest and look for like some gothic clothing ideas, and of course Aliengirl popped up all over the timeline, but I wasn't really sure if Aliengirl fell under alternative or gothic or both. So I kind of did a mix of the mini skirts, the fishnets, the really thick chunky boots to tie everything together. I feel like the hardest part of finding the outfit to go with like a gothic style was the top, because I wasn't really sure if it was like gothic or something else. But other than that, finding an outfit for this challenge was really fun. Trying out different colorways and different patterns and just different combinations that I wouldn't normally try was really satisfying to experience and play with. I haven't even named this sim yet or even sure if I'm going to actually play with this, so if you have any name suggestions, please drop them down below in the comments. But that's all I have for this video and all I have for this challenge. If you guys like this challenge and want me to try out more, please comment some down below. And if you haven't already, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. By the time this video is out, my Let's Play should also be out, so let me know if you guys want me to add this sim into my Let's Play. So my goodbye message to you all is definitely step outside of the box and always try your best in whatever you do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. CASwCOY signing off.